What's going on, everybody? Duan bringing up from Not Just Music Podcast. Quincy Murdoch in the building as always. What's going on, bro? How's everything this evening?
Hey, what's up, man? What's up, man? Blessings. Another Homeisode, people. Thank y'all for tuning in. Um, yeah, we back, man. You know, we keeping them coming, keep dropping, staying consistent. As we told y'all the end of last year, you know what I'm saying, beginning of this year, we gonna keep it in y'all faces. We're gonna keep dropping this knowledge, these podcasts, these visuals, these wisdom, knowledge, understandings, and you know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it moving, man. Positivity, man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. First up on the tailored list of people I'm gonna choose to speak on today is I'm gonna speak on Mary Church Terrell, and she was known for being an educator back in the crazy times of those who weren't able to, learn, and especially in the black community. As we always say, this wasn't the abilities that we have now to learn. That it was never the
Yeah.
case of we didn't have that.
Yeah.
Just to give a small story, she was a renowned educator and speaker who campaigned fearlessly for women's suffrage and social equality of African Americans. She was born in Memphis, Tennessee in 1863, the year of the Emancipation Proclamation. Mary Eliza Church was part of a changing America. She was the daughter of affluent African American parents, both of whom were previously enslaved. Her mother, Louisa Aries Church, owned a hair salon. Her father, Robert Reed Church, was a successful businessman who would later become one of the South's first African American millionaires, which we never did. We don't get to indulge in, as I say, black people knowing who
Yeah.
actual, people, especially in the South. You think about, man, like in the South at that time, a lot of African Americans couldn't, making money was very little to none. So you talk
Yeah.
about a millionaire, out of
Yeah.
nowhere, out of the South. I mean, we we
Yeah.
started to see those games, but we would never known if we don't never read about it. I'm gonna keep reading. But his name
Thanks.
was Robert Reed Church. So those that didn't know it, there were actually black millionaires in the 1800s. So listen to that. Couldn't even read, write hardly, but we were businessmen and we had that ability to be somebody. So guess what? We could be millionaires just in that same light. But keep moving.
We got
Uh,
more resources, more opportunities. Like we
definitely,
state. Yeah. So
definitely.
it can
Uh,
happen.
it's like how hitting the gas. If you ain't hitting the gas to get there, I mean, you won't never reach that reach that milestone. So
It's excuses at this point. Go ahead, bro.
exactly.
Yeah.
Mary Church Terrell, one of her quotes: "When most girls run away from home to marry," she said that I ran away to teach, which is one of her main quotes that she used, because a lot of people at that time would be, they would run away from home, they run away to go, marry a man, or this man will help them, progress to the next level. But she stuck pretty strongly to her guns about what she wanted to be. She wanted to teach. Of course, like I said, we needed teachers in that time to help educate. If you could help educate,
We need
but
them now too. We need them
definitely,
today too. Yeah,
definitely. One
most
more
definitely.
small piece of thing. Terrell's, whichever how you pronounce it. Parents sent her to Ohio to attend prep school at Antioch and later Oberlin College. There she earned her bachelor's and master's degrees at a time when women were not expected to achieve academically. Terrell excelled and committed herself to passing on what she learned. After teaching for 2 years at Wilberforce College, she moved to Washington, D.C. to teach high school, where she met a lawyer and future judge, Robert Terrell. They married in 1891. Although Mary Church Terrell's life focused on education and progress, tragedy would spur her into
Yeah.
activism. In 1892, her childhood friend Thomas Moss was lynched in Memphis. Moss was once the owner of People's Grocery, a successful wholesale grocery outside of the city. He, like Terrell, represented progress, which many whites at that time felt was a direct threat to their own commerce and livelihood. The gunshot riddled bodies of Moss and two of his employees were left on a railroad track just north of Memphis. Terrell, along with journalist Ida B. Wells, organized anti-lynching campaigns to mobilize advocates and generate awareness. Later, she would protect President Theodore Roosevelt's 1906 discharge of 167 African American soldiers for unfounded conspiracy claims in Brownsville, Texas. She wrote columns and essays exposing the importance of dignity and respect for the soldiers and demanded a fair trial. Her efforts were to no avail at that time, although an Army investigation in 1972 led to honorable discharges of all the soldiers, only two of whom were still alive. Last little piece of them, this is a good part. Terrell held firm to the idea of racial uplift, the belief that blacks would help in racial discrimination and advancing themselves through education, work, and activism. Her words, "Lifting as we climb," became the motto to the National Association of Colored Women, the group she co-founded in 1896. She also would go on and serve as one of the charter members of the NAACP, founded in 1909. And I'm gonna stop right there. And one thing I was really blown away by her was, her time frame of uh being black in the 1800s, which a lot of us really don't know about. Only way we really know about it is if we like really read books and like digest it that way.
Yeah.
Um, and this is something that I pose. I don't like to pose a question to the 1800s, but in the sense of, you know just as unfair treatment as me and you talk about, right?
Yeah.
We talk about a lot of times where how, like last Homeisode, the enslaved mentality or being slave or
Mhm.
slave to something. There are different differentiations to look at it as, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, this is what I'm starting to see. The more and more I'm starting to read, just like you was talking about with with Kanye, how he made this one situation where he spoke
Yeah.
on people had an option to
Yeah.
do. I'm starting to slowly see more and more why he said there were options, just due to how many people were making moves in the 1800s and the early 1900s, where these people are millionaires. It's not like, if you could become a millionaire in a rural South, and most people that time in that era didn't have like millions and millions, but at the same time, you think about it, a one black man out of nowhere has $1 million.
Yeah. Can I say this?
Yeah,
I feel like us as black people, man, we some of us we wanna keep it black. We wanna be black, but uh some of us don't want to really research and know our history and get the facts about people. Uh it's an election coming up right now. Election time is coming up, man. I want to put that out there. Like
mm-hmm.
the voting is about to go on. Another thing black folks really didn't have an opportunity to do when the civil rights in the past. We didn't have the right to vote. So I bring that up is because don't you know the lowest percentage of people that vote are black African Americans that actually go out and vote are black
Absolutely.
African Americans. Um Also, we don't do our research on presidents. And what I say by that, the thing with Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, what we were talking about, for example. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of us are just look on the surface, on the outsider, and see what a person is doing or saying and think that's it. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I use Biden, for example. I bring up Joe Biden for all these black people that want to vote, and this is not me dictating or anything, but don't you know Joe Biden made a law where his objective was to put black Americans in jail? He was actually he's actually made racist remarks saying his kids wouldn't be around or near black. He doesn't want his kids around black African Americans. So Joe Biden has shown a history of putting blacks away. I feel he's made laws to it. He's made laws trying to take blacks away. Kamala Harris has made laws, marijuana, like low like these low crimes, these low I'm trying to come up with the word, these low crimes that's not really like, you know, like marijuana charges, you could get like 5 years for that. Yeah, like let's yeah, like you could get serious time for marijuana charges, and majority of the people that they caught with marijuana are in prison for marijuana is black folks. You know what I'm saying? And it's ironic they changed the law now to where it's legal in a lot of states. You know what I'm saying? And it's people that did years and time for this same thing. So Trump, and now because you spoke on Kanye, Trump has, I looked up Trump stuff. Trump has really helped the black community. He's helped the black community. It's nothing. You can't pull up one thing. Well, you can't pull up a lot of things that Trump has done wrong to hurt black Americans. Like, I'm not talking about words and like stuff like that. Because everybody says a lot of stuff. Joe Biden says a lot of stuff. Everybody said, I'm talking about actions. What actions have been taken that affected the black community like Joe Biden has? You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need to get to in our, I think we're emotional voters. We're emotional people. When in reality, we need to actually take the emotions out the picture and educate ourselves on, you know, the history, you know, and this ties in with black history because our ancestors fought so much for us to go out and have this right to vote. And some of us don't use it. And some of us don't even, you know what I'm saying, try to study or even know the laws. I know like even study our history. We don't try to understand it. And we wonder why the white community or the other races don't take us serious. Like, it doesn't matter what blacks folks, our opinions don't even matter no more. You notice they don't even ask us about what we think a law should be or what we think will help the world. You get what I'm saying? So I think it's time for us to get serious on that part, you know, and that's why I said this time and age, we do need teachers. Teachers are important more now than ever. You know what I'm saying? Because some people back then had sense, at least. It don't take school or education to have senses and know what's right and know what's wrong, the simple things in life. But nowadays, people don't even have that. You know, so yeah.
Biggest options of, you spoke on presidency. Now, this is one thing I don't. There are different levels of understanding presidency. One,
yeah.
Two, you have. Let's say this.
Yeah.
A lot of people can go off of what a president's, you know, those that are running. Everybody has some kind of situation that will make it be, you know, unbalanced. It's sketchy. You don't know who to be like, okay, well, this person is this, this person is this, this person is this person is this, right? Yeah. So the sense of understanding, not one president can come in and fix what the last president has already put in place. And to me, it's like this. Even if the U.S. could ever get to a point where they find one ruler, one person that sits in this seat until they die, and move on. Because my thing is, we move something every 4 years. There's never going to be consistency in anything. We'll
Right,
never,
right,
you know, I think it'll just be a thing of we'll fall into a trap every single time because we roll with the Democrats. It don't ever go all the way right. We roll with the Republicans. It never goes all the way right. I'm starting to think about the other presidents that be running out here that ain't under either one. I'm thinking like, why ain't we gave them a try yet? Why ain't we just gave them a
right,
shot yet? Like
right.
how Kanye came in. I forget what they call it, but it's that one that doesn't tie into any, it ain't, it's not it doesn't have any democracy to it. It's just it's open. But
Yeah, yeah,
again, we don't take tries as Americans. We either gonna be Democrat or we gonna be Republican. So to me,
yeah, yeah. Right or
yeah,
wrong, and we stick by it.
yeah, and it
You know what I'm
is,
saying?
and it's nothing wrong with competition. To see people fighting for a position, but look at how the heads are doing. How do you think everything underneath the presidents are going to look in a sense of? I mean, we gonna go against each other.
Yeah,
It kind
yeah,
of creates that situation amongst people as well, which is why I always said, like, okay, I mean, is it really a help to be, to say that, we have to fight for presidency every 4 years? Because what if, the president that everybody wanted to become a president, he don't become a president, people gonna be in their feelings about it. And that's exactly what we see now. Like, I mean, Trump didn't get picked the last time. People were still riding around. People that already started putting up 2024 in 2020. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because they
yeah,
already
yeah.
knew, like, Trump gonna run again, and 9 times out of 10, Trump will win this one. I hate to say
Yeah.
it that way, but that's just the way that it seems the U.S. works.
But can I say this? I
Yeah.
think I just feel like black people that like and people too, but I want to talk about like they we only look at the good side. What is he doing good for me that's benefiting me? Like,
Mhm.
okay, this is beneficial to me. Okay, he gives us welfare. They give us assistance.
Yeah.
But look at all the other stuff they don't do, all the bad things. So that what I'm saying is you got to look at both sides of the picture. You know what I'm saying? You can't look at just one side.
Mhm.
And that's what I do. I look overall what the whole purpose of it is. And like you say, nobody is perfect. Ain't no human is perfect. No president is perfect, but that's the reality we live in. But it's our job to try to put the best person in the seat that can help. You know what I'm saying? That's all we can do. Cause somebody got to be in control of the United States. So we have to educate ourselves and put the right people in these positions, not just the president, but the city councils, all down to the board. You know what I'm saying? Like black folks really got to start, taking the opportunities that, that our ancestors fought for. That's what this go back to. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't even go vote, you already not, you know what I'm saying? Like we had that mentality, it don't matter. It does matter.
Mhm.
And you will put that a lot with different parts of life. We have that mentality that it don't matter. This don't matter. It don't concern me. And we have to change that mindset. It does concern you. This will affect you and your kids will come. Everything in life is serious, important. Like some of us walk around here like life is not important, certain thing, but we have to get out that mindset. Life is important. It's not a game. Like it's serious, Can't play all the time.
One quality to the next quality is totally up to the person. Whoever, whatever option you choose is totally up to you.
Yeah.
It's not a, I've never been one of those people who be like, okay, you know strong advocate,
Yeah, me
it's
neither.
got to
Me
be this
neither.
person or you got to do this person. My thing is may the best man win.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, none of us know who's going to be that next person in that
Really.
driver's seat we just got to sit back and just watch it go down. But with that being the main thing on some people's mind is like, okay, y'all taking this way too serious. At the end of the day, you still gonna have to go work. It ain't gonna change your job schedule. You gonna still, if you got a 9 to 5, the 9 to 5 ain't gonna change what's going on there. Still you got to worry about the case of it's not up to President whoever to make any final decision at the end of the day. He's in a sense kind of just signing off on stuff, but at the same time, a lot of these people got to realize still, it ain't just up to the president. It's up to the boards that are under the president as well. All these pieces make sense for us as Americans. So in educating, like you spoke on education, this is why I feel having a decent education is important these days. It don't got to be perfect. You don't have to have a perfect education, but you got to have something to say that, okay, do I understand what's real? Do I understand what's, right? Do I understand what's wrong? And then that's like saying simple mathematics, simple reading, English, the simple stuff like that. Learn how to write.
We got the internet. All you got to do is type in a question that you have.
Yeah.
There's no excuses.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have the internet. So people back then didn't even have the internet, and they at least had a little common sense.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about all these great inventors, black inventors, like it's no excuse. I'm sorry, it's no excuse now. It ain't, man. It really ain't, bro.
So in the sense of saying having it made, right? And I don't know if in the sense of saying having things made is always going to be a great thing, but black people, we have it made. We have it made. We have it made more so than a lot. It's just that it's hard to see it. I think that, and if we get to a point where we could gravitate away from like the whole dollar sign for a moment and like come together on like some whole situation of love. And I think a lot of like I said, a lot of that stuff in the past, like you said, we didn't have the internet, we didn't have all these sources to connect with each other. So those smaller circles had to prove gold, because the case of having that small circle made the love and the friendship and the camaraderie be a whole lot tighter. Which
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they had less to work with. So the small traits, the important traits, the love and the caring, the work, the togetherness, it was there.
Yeah,
you had to stick together. But and now this, go ahead.
The love, and like we said, like I told you that last one, like when we shot it, like I'm love, like it's hard to show it with how much negative light is on everything. It's hard to show love.
It's crazy.
But I think that people are so wrapped up in being mad at each other that just feels good to them. But my thing is, you're taking years off your life being so mad with people that you're losing time. You could lose think about it. You could lose a whole 24-hour day just being mad. And for what? And you see a lot of people of color do that. Y'all sit online and y'all beef all day for 24 hours with somebody that ain't even gonna pay your bills. They ain't going to work for you. They ain't gonna send you no money. It ain't gonna send you, if you got locked up, they ain't gonna send you no commissary. They ain't gonna send you nothing anytime. So why would you sit and just go back and forth with that person?
I heard a black man say he feels more comfortable around white people than black people. He feel like he got to be awoke and aware when he's around his own people than white people, because he feels comfortable. He doesn't view white as a threat. He view his own people as a threat, because black people hate is deep in our roots, man. Hate is
definitely
deep in ourselves, and we don't know how to accept love. We don't know how to accept it when it's something good coming our way. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how to take it.
You're right.
Like it's crazy. It's like you can give so much love, and the same people tear you down. Like Cam Newton, man, like that situation. Like, I mean, how you can give to a community and give and give and give, and you got people trying to fight you, take you out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, think about how much harassment he has dealt with. Cam has probably been dealing with harassment from his own community, the black community, since he got in the league. People talk about how he dressed, his hats, all, you know what I'm saying? And if you watch that video, like I said, I saw a black man that was restraint, that tried not to strike. He wanted to hold himself together. I didn't see him throw one punch. I seen them throwing punches at him. So that out of that video, that's the light that I want to put on black folks too. You see how much restraint this black man, and he could have did some damage, bro. Like he could have did some damage, but I like to show that side of what I got from that video. Everybody just seen chaos, but I seen the restraint that this black man had to not strike these kids or hurt these kids, even though they were coming for his head. To be like, no, I'm not gonna strike them. I'm gonna try to just hold them back, restrain them, stop it. And that's deep, you know what I'm saying? And that's the roots of that's black history. Deep down black history, you know, that's how we are, that's how we came up, you know. So but yeah, man, I know I got off topic, but
nah, you fine.
Yeah,
you fine. The situation of black still, that basically shows that it's a light to that's just how we go. That's how that's how rowdy we are. That's how out of control we be or can be. Excuse me. That's how out of control we can be, because and this is still, like you said, people feel as if once they feel a threat, as years and years of people just going through the same thing cycle over and over again. It never gets old. You know, people been feeling as if we at the bottom so long, and our own people don't want to let us up, and we be ready to fight them over the whole situation too. That's exactly what it is. It boils down when it boils down to it, we're upset individuals. We get mad. We get mad, and we live by get mad and show it now. And most people think, well, they get so bad out now too. You know, here, hold my phone, record this while I handle this confrontation real quick. And it's like it.
And a lot of these people ain't witnessed no handcuffs on their wrists. A lot of people ain't witnessed being in that holding cell.
No.
A lot of people ain't witnessed that. I have dreams and nightmares about that for me being in there and handcuffs, man, anytime situation. So I think, you know, some of us need a hard lesson too. A hard lesson in life, bro.
It is. I think too, in the next 15 years, like I was speaking with women, I think the more women become a forefront to things, love can be shown a little bit more so. Because I think with men running the country, and this is a crazy thing to me, I don't know why, but with men running the country, it's a whole lot of cold hearts out here. It's just women know how to pour.
So you think that affects the women? You think black men affect the women behavior? You think that?
I think it's more so we as a whole affected. It's men and women.
No, cause that's a strong statement. You say black men.
No. I said no. I meant is it saying presidency?
Okay. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Yeah, and it ain't even saying black or white. It's I say just period. Like, women have a certain way of, like I said, like we were talking about in the podcast yesterday. Women have a certain way of doing things. Men are like very direct, and with men being so direct with leadership, things kind of go kind of crazy. A lot of people don't want women to run the world, and I understand people for that. But at the same time, women have a different level of cater to a situation. They cater differently. Men don't.
Can I say this?
Yeah.
It also depends on the generation women we talking about too. I want to throw that in there.
But you gotta remember, you gotta be a certain age.
But I get what you're saying though. Women do typically have a more heart than men, a bigger sympathy for in their heart than men. But what I'm saying is the generations now are completely opposite from our ancestors and how our grandparents raised their moms and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, the world is lost right now.
Yeah, but you remember, you gotta be a certain age. But you gotta be a certain age to be able to run for presidency too. So it's not like you can't be like 20 years old and run for it. You gotta be.
I'll take an older woman over a younger woman any day.
Yeah, I think it's 45 years old. So 45. I think it's 45 years old to be able to run for president. So that's why we never see these young cats out here.
That's good. That's good. I like that. It should stay like that. Yeah. We don't need that.
This is a short one though, man. I ain't want to make it too long. I just
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
constantly keep content coming on a regular, since this can be like something to do fast, man. But
exactly.
if y'all are watching, again, we are Not Just Music Podcast. Follow us on everything. If you're on the website, look into everything that we have. We offer everything from podcasting
Yes, sir.
tutorials to help, whatever you need with podcasting, to merch, to whatever you need with social media, whatever is anything that you want to connect with us on. We're connected everywhere across pretty much every network, all your audio platforms, whichever one you
Yeah,
choose to
yep.
pick your favorite one.
Yeah,
Um,
yep.
Lastly, subscribe to the email address, email with your email address and your name on our website. That would be very big.
Get your
Because
t-shirts, people. Get your merchandise.
definitely, I have a
Yeah,
big idea. I have a big idea coming, and it's just concerning the actual first time giveaway. I haven't had a chance to really do it, but I'm finally getting ready to make this move because I really feel it'll be a big thing for Not Just Music Podcast to help us get out there. And it'd be a big promotional situation for the whole brand online, especially on social media,
yeah,
to drive a whole lot of traffic to this stuff so I can get this going. It's 2024. Again, there's plenty of content to be shared now.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
go
The
check it
content
out.
there.
Yeah,
Content there. Yeah,
plenty of
yeah,
content there.
yeah.
It's nothing short of saying you have hours and hours and hours and hours of things to listen to and watch. So again, like I said, I'm doing Bruno, Quincy Murdoch, Not Just Music Podcast, and we will see y'all the next time. All right, peace.